everything you need to know about the auto shop in GTA Online, the client jobs, how to make the most money possible, AFK money making strategies, and the mini heists, aka contracts. Now this business to me is one of the most forgotten about businesses, especially recently with all the new businesses, but this one's still amazing, especially when it becomes double money, which is the week I'm making this video, but everything will be in normal payouts. I'll also be showing you guys the double money payouts, but this way you could come back to this anytime when it's not double money for the full breakdown of this business. And I do have chapters in this video for you guys to skip to any part you want. So let's start off with how to actually unlock it. You have access to 6 auto shop locations. Now this is one of the businesses that location does make some of the missions easier or harder for you. So the 2 I would avoid is one at the very top of the city and the very bottom of the city. Now which one should you get? It's actually the cheapest one. Mission Row Auto Shop for $1.6 million fully upgraded. It will cost you $3.4 million, but this one right across the street from the new business we got, the Garment Factory. You can do this business in invite-only sessions, so there's no reason not to get the cheapest option here. The second location I'll go for is Strawberry Auto Shop, $1.7 million, again in the middle of the city right next to the major highway intersection. A lot of accessible roads next to it, and again right next to another business we have, the Salvage Yard. Then the other 3 options you have are the Rancho Auto Shop for $1.7 million, Burton Auto Shop, which is the top one, for $1.8 million, and La Mesa Auto Shop for $1.9 million, which is the most expensive one. Very good location too, again, right next to this highway here. I would again skip out on that one, also because it's the most expensive option too. So let's say you get the cheapest one. How cheap can we get into this business while still making the most amount of money possible? So $1.6 million and 70,000. Now we have some upgrades. We have the style upgrades, which really doesn't matter. You don't have to do any of these, but here are all the style upgrades if you want to have a look at them and how much they cost. Some crazy upgrade costs right here. You also have some tint upgrade options. Again, none of this you really need. Crew album, of course. But now we get into the real upgrades that make a difference. Staff upgrades. So you have 2 staff members that you can buy for this business. And this is mainly for the client vehicles that come in AFK. So each one of these staff members cost $385,000. So in total, or over $700,000 for both of them. So only get these 2 if you do plan on taking advantage of the client vehicles, the AFK vehicles that come in about every day, in-game day or 2. And again, this week it is double money, so you do get double money for this, including when the staff delivers your vehicles. So once you get a text message saying, and we will go through this in a minute, once you get a text message saying that you have a vehicle waiting to be delivered, you could just go up to one of these staff members and they will deliver it for you, nothing else. There is a wait time, about 10 minutes until they do deliver it, but you did get a massive pay cut if you do choose this option. So of course, doing it yourself will give you better pay and less chance of them just crashing it randomly, which does happen. They do have the ability to fail this mission. So if you want, you could just completely skip all of this, unless you do plan on visiting this just to make them deliver it for you, which does make it a better AFK business. Or let's do all the upgrades. The maximum you have to spend for this is $4,317,500. That's a lot. I won't get all of this. You don't need the style. You don't need especially the style, but that is the maximum you have to pay for this business. One of the most expensive ones, actually. Another major upgrade is the car lift. The car lift will cost $650,000, but is 100% worth it since you can double the amount of money you're making with these vehicles. So I'll 100% recommend getting this if you do plan on doing the client vehicles. And you do have the personal quarters as well that allows you to just quick spawn into here when you change sessions for $340,000, which I would skip on. So how to make the most money possible? We have 3 different ways of making money with this business. The client jobs, which are delivering the vehicles for the clients. The contracts, which is the biggest way of making money, especially when it's triple money. They have done triple money on the contracts before. And the exotic exports list, which is the vehicles around the map you can find randomly and deliver it back. So let's start with what's double money this week. client jobs. So every 30 to 48 minutes in-game, one in-game day, you will get a text saying that a client has dropped off a vehicle at your auto shop. This is a client job, totally AFK. You don't need to do anything for this to spawn in. All you have to do is wait for the text to come in and then go to your auto shop and deliver the vehicle. Once you have a vehicle on the lift, you can now go inside and customize it. There will be a list of customization options the buyer wants you to put onto it. You just buy them and then deliver the vehicle. Very simple part of this business right here. So only one car can spawn at a time by default, or you could upgrade to the extra car lift for $650,000 to let 2 cars spawn at once. For each slot, there is a cooldown of 30 to 45 minutes in-game, so basically an in-game day until another vehicle can spawn in once you sell one. So the payout for the client vehicles. The payout is from $20,000 to $35,000 depending on the vehicle. Of course, the higher end ones will have a better payout, the lower end vehicles will have lower payout. You also have some bonus modifications for some certain customers who allow you to put modifications on it yourself. That will give you an extra $15,000 on top of the $30 maximum for the delivery. But the vehicle does have health if you're delivering it, and if one of the staff members are delivering it, it still has health. And you do lose money the more you crash it, so it's pretty easy not to crash it if you're driving it yourself. Now the staff delivery is very randomized. They end up crashing it probably 75% of the time, so I would definitely not recommend doing that unless you just want the AFK method of doing this. In that case, the staff does come in handy. But if you actually want to make money with this, deliver it yourself. It takes under 5 minutes to do it yourself, so 100% recommend delivering these vehicles yourself. Now on to how to make money with the contracts, the best part about this business. So there are 8 contracts total available. Only 3 show up on the board at a time. And as you see here, I got lucky. I got the best one, the Union Depository contract. And just looking at this, $8.5 million made total after 15 of these completed. That just shows you how good this actually is. Starting from the highest paying to the lowest paying are the Union, ECU, Superdollar, Prison, Agency, Bank, Lost MC, and the Data. The Union Depository has a pay of $290, the ECU is $192,000, Superdollar is $186,000, Prison is $177, Agency is $183, Bank is $180, Lost MC is $182, and the Data is $173,000. And you can see on this graph that I made the profit per hour. Ignore the 3 times, that was for an event I did a few years ago. But the profit per hour for the Union contract is $1.1 million. Now you can't repeat these back to back. They do have a cooldown after you complete each one, but it gives you a sense of how much you can make if you can repeat them back to back. So in this case, what you would do with this graph is, let's say you get the Union contract first, you get $300,000. Then what you do is try to find the next highest paying one. So let's say you have the ECU available after you complete this one, do the ECU contract. And that's how you make the most money possible with all of these, even with the cooldown after each contract you have. This graph also shows you the amount of time it takes to complete. On average, some people it might be faster if you're doing some job warping. For other people it might be a little bit slower, but this is basically on average. The Union takes about 15 minutes to complete, ECU and Superdollar and Prison about 10 minutes. If you're trying to complete these as fast as possible, I would stick with the 3 ECU, Superdollar, and Prison if you're trying to complete this as fast as possible. So this is an amazing time to make money with these contracts. Now each contract has 3 total missions, 2 of them being a setup and 1 being the finale mini heist, as I like to call it. The big finale mission will give you the big payout, and this can all be done in a solo session. No need for public sessions, especially anymore. A few years ago when this DLC released, it was different, but now you can complete them all in invite-only sessions. Very easy and solo, most importantly. So even though you can't complete one back-to-back-to-back, you're still going to be getting around $1 million per hour, which is amazing. Again, one of the best businesses and overlooked, especially nowadays in GTA Online. So once you complete one contract, there is a 5 to 10 minute cooldown before a new one will appear on the board for you to do. Only 3 contracts are available at a time, so the board randomizes every time you log on to see it. So if you don't like the randomized missions it gives you at the first time, log off the game, log back on, wait a few minutes, and then it will give you 3 new ones. And they do rotate randomly, so you won't get the same ones back right away. So let's say once you complete the Union contract, the highest paying one, it will be a good few minutes, in-game day or 2 before you see that one again. So after completing one contract and going back, there's only a 5-minute cooldown, and then you can start one up straight away after you arrive. And they are all fairly easy, like 15-20 minutes at work at most. So realistically, you're looking at 4 to 5 of these an hour. And if you get anywhere from between 150,000 to 300,000 for all 4 of those, you're looking at $800,000 an hour. Just regular pricing. Double money that, you're looking at about $1.5 million per hour double money alone. But also as business, as a regular business, if you have to choose between this and some of the newer ones, I would choose the auto shop between some of the newer ones. This is very good money. Now inside of these missions, there are 3 weapon choices you can use. Sharpshooter, which is a heavy sniper Mark II, heavy pistol and mini SMG, and 5 sticky bombs. The Hustler is really the only one you should really choose and all you need. The bullpup rifle Mark II, pistol, machine pistol, and 5 pipe bombs. And the heavyweight is a pump shotgun Mark II, pistol, micro SMG, and 5 grenades. And you can only use vehicles that are in the tuner class in these final mini heists, final missions at the end of these contracts. So just know that you're not going to be really driving any armored, explosive-proof vehicle. And the Union Depository contract, the video clip you're seeing in this gameplay right here, is the biggest one, highest paying one, $300,000. This one, again, very simple for a high paying mission. You just go to the Union Depository, walk past all the NPCs, go straight to the elevator. The elevator will bring you to the vault, and here is where you just walk in, take the gold, and then once you spawn outside, you will meet some pretty heavily armored FIB officers. So just take your time with these, go for the headshots. The headshots are important on this one, especially when you go outside the vault and there are the NPCs on the ledge, especially those ones, go for the headshots. And then basically after that, you're good to go. Make sure you have bulletproof tires on your car. So again, you are limited to tuner vehicles, so make sure you have bulletproof tires on whichever tuner vehicle you are using. And this is one that you can have more players to get higher profit. So this one is actually one of the missions where the more people you have, the more you get paid. Now the last method of making money with this business is the exotic exports, which makes more money than you might think it does. If you come across them, they are worth just getting the vehicle and delivering them. So if you see a blue dot on the minimap, just go get in the car and deliver it. Very easy money to do. Every single day you can find 10 vehicles, 10 exotic exports. Go into the auto shop and go upstairs and look at the board with vehicle names on it. There will be 10 vehicles on this board. And these are the vehicles you need to bring back. There are 100 car spawn locations which you can find on gtaweb.eu. If you guys have been on the channel for quite a while, you know I always reference this website. It is amazing. And it gives you all the locations of these exotic exports. But if you just see a blue dot on the minimap, go pick it up and get in the vehicle and go drive down to the docks and deliver it. Very easy money. You will get $20,000 GTA cash and 1,000 RP. So if doing 10 of these a day, you could get $200,000. Now it takes about an hour if you want to actually go and find all of these, but $200,000, that's pretty decent if you're just driving around, going to pick up all these vehicles as you see it. So many people have probably forgotten about this business, but this week is a great week to get back into it, double money on the vehicle. So if you're an AFK player, just visit this every in-game day, go set these vehicles out for delivery, and that's very easy money to get with this. Also, the contracts is not often Rockstar does double money or triple money on these, but they have in the past, and I think sometime soon they'll be doing it again. I've only done 16 of these and already earned $8.5 million. That just shows you how good these actually are. So this was your breakdown, your 2024 guide to the auto shop business. And this business 100% worth it. 100% must buy. If you guys got this far into your video, probably means you liked it, so leave a like and subscribe to see what video I make next.